Welcome, adventurer, to another Quest of Platinum Progress Perspective. Today I'm taking on as Garen, top lane, and my idea today is, like any other game, to carry and try to push my team to victory. So as you can see, we have a pretty balanced build. We have an interesting support selection this time. It's a Veigar, and I guess it's interesting for the stun effect, and he can always scale into late game no matter what, because he's always eating creeps from his Q. Their build, it looks like it's very heavy AD. I mean, they have an elite top. As you can see, we get right into the game, and one of the first things comments I mentioned is that they are pretty much AD except one, Cassiopeia. Hoi, 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 hoi. And if you can't tell already, this is a commentary type where I look back at an old game that I did, and basically see what I did right, what I did wrong, and basically how it plays out. My observation, I was thinking that Tristana might be going AP, but then Cassiopeia makes the observation that she's running AD with runes, and I compliment her. But at first, I don't know how she knows that. But then I remember people keep using a website called LOL Nexus, and I keep trying to get myself to do that. But whenever I look at LOL Nexus, I can never get to work right. Like I'll type in a name when they're in a game, and it won't come up, and I'm like, what? So I don't know. Maybe I'm using something wrong, but I'm gonna continue to try using it though. As you can see, I'm saying in the comments, I need to use that stuff because that's like. If the opponent's using it on me, and I'm not using it on them, I'm just giving them an unnecessary advantage. So I need to stay on top of that kind of thing. Keep faith in yourself. So it looks like Jarvan is starting with Fred, so that means probably gonna get an early gank. I'm warning, it's very important because I always overextend when I'm Garen on purpose because I'm baiting the jungler top. So it's important that I have that ward there so I know to back up. I want to waste the jungler's time, essentially. Another thing I'm doing right now, as you can see, I'm pushing my lane. I'm not freezing it. Again, I emphasize overextending on purpose. And if Elise shows up very late, I'm going to push the creeps to the lane so she's losing on CS right off the bat. I want that tower to eat up my creeps. Which sounds mean. I really don't like sacrificing men, but the way the game works is you use your minions as pawns, basically, so I don't really have a choice in that matter. I'm just playing the game to the best of my ability. But typically, yeah, when it comes to like strategy games, I absolutely hate wasting men. I do not. Any decision I make, I try to maximize the potential of not losing that many men and whatnot. I know there's some scenarios in which you have to. Like, it's the best case scenario. You have to sacrifice some men. Like, I understand those scenarios, and that's very unfortunate. But for the most part, if I have a choice, if I can get away with not sacrificing that many men, I will. Like that's a strategy I use, especially in Warcraft and StarCraft. Of course, I barely play those games anymore, so like don't look to me as a competitive player. Like yeah, it's been so long since I played that kind of thing. I'm pretty much sticking up to League. It's a lot simpler to manage. So sometimes I miss the competitive side of ooh, ouch, middle lane feeding off the bat. Well, not I wouldn't call it feeding, but what I mean is they gave off first blood. That's unfortunate. As you can see, I didn't have the camera down there, so I have no idea what actually went down. But when it comes to that kind of thing, all I try to do is focus on doing the best I can. I don't try to focus too much on like, oh, these guys are feeding or whatever the case may be. I just focus on winning my lane. Like that's my goal. Elias is doing a good job, or at least is doing a great job at harassing me. As you can see, she's got me low, and she's been keeping up the harass. So this might give me a second to think any of my last hitting. And I keep trying to bait her, like right there. Or it wasn't really a bait per se, but I mean, I keep trying to get some harassment, but she's being smart and she's backing off. So she backed off. She didn't even let me chip her. So I can tell this Elise is relatively smart. And her mana is starting to run low, so I'm getting a little bit less worried, but I'm still being cautious about their jungler.
Fear is the first of many foes.
And if I remember correctly, I think I'll get caught one of these moments, and I don't see Rengar. Like I have a ward there, and I think I don't see him. I believe he ults very early or something, and basically just bypassed the ward. Oh, the ward dropped. Perhaps I didn't notice the ward drop, or it might be later in the game.
Fear not, I'm coming.
I can't remember. I see that she's warding there, so immediately I throw up a ping and I let them know. Like, hey, buddy, guys, this is ward. Rengar's bottom. That Rengar is carrying right now. He's just putting a lot of pressure on my team right now. Caitlin's a little bit upset. She's demonstrating some toxic behavior towards Rengar. And Rengar's rebuttaling. I see Jarvan going, so immediately I dish in some damage and back the heck up. I get away from Elise, and then I go to recall. Well, do I? No, I guess not. I guess I'm trying to stick in some creeps, but then I get a little bit scared of Rengar coming, so I walk back to base. Unfortunately, it looks like Jarvan's having a hard time killing Elise, so she manages to get away. Oh, ouch. And at least does a ton of damage to him in response. So she's still able to stay in the lane, it looks like. Looks like the culprit for that was lag, possibly the cause of why he missed his Q and whatnot.
A summoner has reconnected.
Oh, that's right. Vigor's been away the whole time. Or he's been disconnected this whole time. So it looks like he just came back. Oh, and I'm being silly, telling everyone, your game Vigor's back. I don't say that to be cocky, I say that just as a moral boost. Because like I like to boost the team and morale, and sometimes silly comments like that can just be inspiring. Like when people say that, like what I just said to me, I get inspired. I'm like, yes, right, the Vigor's back, yes, and I just get more pumped. That's how I interpret it when people say it like that. So I'm kind of treating them like I like to be treated, kind of logic, basically. So it might not have the right effect. They might be like, man, this Garen's full of himself. But yeah, I'm trying to be optimistic and push forward. Lisa's not in her lane, so I'm just pushing my advantage here. Or taking some creeps, as many creeps as I can. Rengar is missing, it looks like. Don't know what I did there. That was an unnecessary tower hit. So I think this might be that situation in which Rengar kills me. I go to deal some damage. Notice I use my Q there. There's my escape. I have no idea where he came from, that Rengar. And he has so much damage, he just melted me. I'm watching this time, now that I get to watch the replay. I watched that ward. Rengar never showed up. He never showed up. So that was a really good play. Whatever he did, he might have been waiting in the bush the whole time. I have no idea what he actually did. Watching this game, I still don't know what he did. So I think either he was waiting in the bush, or maybe he came from the right and ulted. I don't know. There's so many possibilities. I'm opening up with that build that Zero Tolerance told me about that they run in high elo, where you go Brutalizer into Flame Cape. I wasn't expecting that first death. Otherwise, I might have utilized just going more tanky. But since I'm already going along this path, I'm just going to continue finishing the build. And just basically be more careful. The primary reason I died there was because Rengar got me. So like, I'm trying to think how he got me and basically take that into account. So I'm going to be more careful basically and keep my Q up so I can get away. And here I go in a little bit early as the jungler comes up. So even though there's a ward right there, I want to make sure she has her attention on me. And it was a good bait. I'm not sure why she went that way, but that was a great job on Jarvan's fault, heading up, and we took her out. So that made up for my death to Rengar, or that Rengar king. My team's still a little behind, but I'm trying to press that advantage that they have up top lane. I'm holding on to my pink ward. There's no reason to put it down yet. If Rengar showed up, I think I could get away. I'm pretty sure.
Fear not.
So I'm just chilling, trying to do some damage to attack. Rengar shows up, I just back off. I don't want to engage him. He has a Tiamat already. Like he has a lot of damage from all the feet he has so far. So I go ahead and just recall. I have a little bit of money. Might as well get some extra items so when I come back to lane, I have a little bit more of an advantage. I open up with that Brutalizer, so I hurt more on that Elise. Oh no, I'm pouring myself some water. It's so loud. Just think relaxing thoughts, like a waterfall or something. Oh no, my screen went black because I haven't moved my mouse in 10 minutes.
is the first
And
of
now we're
many
back.
foes.
So heading back. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I moved back to Riverside. So, like, I'm getting used to this whole new living arrangement and stuff like that. Ooh, nice. Nice kill for Jarvan and whatnot. Well, I don't really want to talk about that too much, but the point is I'm in Riverside now. I'm no longer in West Co. So lots of interesting adjustments here. I feel like pretty confident here because of all my damage, but I made a brutal mistake. This was a really bad mistake. I completely didn't realize my ult was not down or up. And I even say it in chat, like, crap, like, that's a really bad mistake. I felt terrible after I did that. I mean, I try to bounce back up as soon as possible because you don't want to let that stuff eat you up. I don't want to play bad the rest of the game because I forgot one, because of that mistake. But that's horrible. That was extremely noobish of me. And oh, I go ahead and compliment bot team too. It's always important to compliment your teammates. Boost their morale so much. Boost it to the roof. But yeah, I don't make that mistake again. I haven't made that mistake like for the next 10 games I play after this game. I always keep an eye on ults and all that stuff. Like, I should be doing it already. But the point is like I never made that mistake again. Like, I was so careful. Like, once I made that mistake and it hurt so bad, like she punished me. I got killed. And that was huge punishment. I didn't let it happen again.
I will lead the charge.
Just like Elise is backed off because she doesn't want to overextend. J4 is heading back downwards, it looks like.
This world needs hope.
Gonna see if I can get this tower down while no one's up here. Oh no, looks like I'm backing off because I'm scared of Rengar coming back top. I'm already 1 and 2. I don't want to feed him anymore. When you fall behind like this, it's more important that you do not die, basically, because you don't want them to get any more momentum than they already are. Looks like I'm gonna go ahead and head bot and see if I can catch one of them. Not gonna be too aggressive because I don't want to get kited. Move up a little bit. Waiting to see if Garen can get position, and Zed's a little bit overextend. Perfect opportunity to go in. So I go ahead and go here. I try to cut him off to make sure he doesn't queue over the wall. I'm just trying to position myself to catch him wherever he queues. Oh, and unfortunately that Jarvan all locks me in place. So we're forced to just kind of let this go. Cassiopeia is a little bit upset. Yeah, G4 admits it was a bad ult as well.
Why we fight.
Yeah, I was about to cast my ult, but unfortunately that hit Jarvan's ult cut me off. I see Elise there coming down, or she's already down now by the time I started talking. But I'm gonna go ahead and go bottom, scared to intimidate these guys. Or maybe catch them out of position.
Be bold. Be just.
Oh, they're doing double AC bot, it looks like. I think. So Tristana support. We both had strange supports, or unusual supports this game. I'm positioning myself in front of Caitlyn just to basically peel and be a tank. Just take all the damage with shield damage. And still here, I'm trying to pill for her. I'm sticking to her. Oh, missed my ult. Elise just barely dodged it. Oh, that's harsh. Dodges it again. She dodged my ult twice. Very good plays from Elise. Got her finally on the 3rd try. Yes? I can't hear you. What happened? Huh?
You're not people?
No, I'm fine. Could you close the door when you go back out? Alright. And okay, the door's actually closed. That was my grandma saying hi, I guess. My mom's side grandma. She's asking me, I don't know if you could hear it from over here, but yeah, she's asking me if it was cold. Because I'm currently parked in there. In the garage, my computer set up in here so people don't bother me too often. I still get bothered occasionally, but not too bad. It's not too bad. What's going on here? GG Garen B. Or G probably bad. And I like stare what? And then I'm pretty much saying, oh yeah, she stopped my ult twice. I played everything I could. Yeah, I did try to cast my abilities like perfectly for high precision, but she dodged it. Those were really good placement lines. She dodged my ult twice before I get the third one off.
Must never waver.
Occasionally you get players like that though. They'll bash you. They'll get upset about what you do. Once again, notice I'm not chasing Elise. I'm sticking to Caitlyn, or not. Or no, I went to check the bush again to make sure they weren't coming back around. Yeah, I'm sure you can tell from the title. The title of this episode, Epic Garen Bill. You're gonna see what I mean. Like, I'm not the level of appealing that I do this game isn't even being shown yet. Like, that comes mid-late game. But I'm just emphasizing that I'm always trying to peel. Like, it's important. For me, it's always more important to keep your teammates alive than it is to chase or to get a kill. I went around to cut her off. Now I'm gonna position myself to tank the Zed damage. Oh, nice play, Cassiopeia. So that it was a graphic glitch. I didn't imagine that. Like the slow and stuff, it doesn't show on the ground. I love it when I have a team that has like Garen and Jarvan. I just like it when there's multiple Demacians on the same team. It just feels so epic to me. Or like Xin or even the Commando team. Like, I don't know. I love that team composition. The only thing is there's no ADC in the team comp in that scenario with the Commando. So here we're trying to tear this tower down. Once again, she dodges my ult. I didn't even get to cast it yet. There, I had some weird logic. I was trying to block for Jarvan, but you can't block auto attacks from standing in front of him. So at this point, I'm trying to make sure I'm out of range to get so I'm healing. I don't take the harass, but still close enough to peel for my team. IQ to intimidate Zed, and then I back off because Caitlyn's backing off. Oh, ouch. Varus hit 3 of us with that. I let my team know my ghost is up, so if I need to execute somebody, I'm good to go. Zed gets some nice harass in. Another good Q from Varus. And we're pretty much doing a dance mid to see who can poke the hardest. And, oh gosh, I just hate it. It's just terrible when teammates recall in the middle of the lane. Like, oh my gosh. And I didn't have enough time to tell her, hey, don't recall there. It was too late. Rengar was already on top of that. J4 trying to do everything he can to hold this tower. But unfortunately, there's just too much going on. That tower is melting. We're steadily falling behind, it looks like. Making tons of mistakes this game, it looks like. Well, I think I only count like 3 or 4. But 3 or 4 deaths. Yeah. I always reflect on any death that I have. Like, when I try to play these days, I try not to die as much as possible because I don't want to feed the team. So every time I die, I always look at it as I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. I know sometimes it pays to your advantage when you sacrifice yourself to get like a double kill or a triple kill. Like, it'll be worth it. But in this game, I don't particularly see any sacrifice-worthy kills. Like, all my kills have been pretty close, pretty much. I think. So that if anything, a break-even death. But I always prefer to have a kill without a death in general. So for me, looking at this, seeing I'm in 3 and 4, I feel I've made 4 bad mistakes that basically results in me dying. That's just my perspective on it. And reviewing this replay, yeah, I see like when that Rengar got me, I made the mistake of underestimating, I guess, his ult or however he got me. I don't know how he got me. There's some kind of lack of knowledge I had there, and that's how he got me. Something I didn't account for. And then the Elise, I probably shouldn't have chased that far, but Caitlyn got killed, so, well, bottom lane when I missed my ult twice. I probably shouldn't have chased that far, but I guess in my head, like, well, Caitlyn died. I don't want her death to be in vain, so I wanted to make sure I get the kill. But I got killed too, so it's just, you know, gives them more of an advantage or whatnot. And once again, Rengar jumps on top of my ADC. I peel for her, then I take peel again for Zed, just trying to kill these guys off of my ADC. Unfortunately, she still gets killed, so now I'm chasing my attention to Cassiopeia, my APC. Managed to take her out. Wrap around, trying to catch that Elise. And J4 lands that E, takes her out. Good exchange on our part, on our team.
Our courage must never waver.
I'm not sure. I pretty much prioritize Caitlyn this whole game. As far as the peel goes, like, she's my priority. Sometimes it's good to peel for the APC, but typically, most of the time, your marksman does more consistent damage because the APC usually has cooldowns and whatnot. Cassiopeia might be one of those exceptions because she has a lot of dotting potential. Like, all her spells, like the fast cooldown, she just dots the crap out of people. But I don't know. I still prioritize Caitlyn. It looks like. I think I'm pretty sure. It's just an interesting observation having seen this game now. Now that I'm not playing and I'm watching, like I'm just wondering about that. But yeah, it looks like I'm prioritizing the marksman, and then secondary the APC, which is always good because those are your two major damage sources. So it looks like I'm trying to stay in the spot that allows me to engage, but not too far ahead in which I can get caught. And it looks like Cassiopeia is pinging me back because she's afraid that I'm gonna chase and whatnot. Sometimes people see red and they don't think straight and they do chase, so those pings are important. Not so much the spamming, but looks like J4 is going ahead up there, but I'm still falling back a little bit just to cover my carries. It looked like moments ago I was positioned in between both my ABC and my marksman. We decided to fall back onto Rengar because he's overextending, he's out of position. So might as well try to catch him as opposed to just stay mid and basically accomplish nothing. Or do a dance, basically. It looks like Rengar is going to get away, so I back up to my ADC again. A little bit nervous for my ADC here. Ah, man. I keep telling, I remember this game, I don't know if I tell him right now, but I remember this game. Oh, it looks like I'm chasing here. Oh, because all their damage is up front, so I'm trying to continue to get them to run away, basically. Ult that's dead, make sure he dies. Oh, my ult does not go up, he died too fast. Oh! And as you can see, I wasn't with my marksman there in this circumstance. And because I wasn't, Rengar got her, assassinated her. But that's what I was saying with Veigar. I believe I instruct Veigar, stop flashing and trying to initiate with the stuns and stuff. I mean, that can work, but for this particular game, it was so important to just peel. Like, if Veigar saved his stun for that Rengar and stunned the Rengar instead, it would have been more beneficial than to basically stun and then they just back up and whatnot. Let's see. I'm down, pick one. Oh, people are saying we should push, and I'm telling them pick a lane. I like this dual fire cape off of J4 myself. We need to wait until the late game. They have a support Triss. Lol. They won't win. I think if Tristana went damage, probably hurt, but she's pretty far behind. And besides that, if you're running support Triss, more likely you're not farming minions, so you're not really gonna get any damage. I let my team know that Ghost is up, but my Ignite is not. So they know I can escape, but not so much execute as effectively. I'm not sure what my thinking process here. I'm kind of running all over the place. I'm really far from my carries right now. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh, I'm covering my support so he can ward. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, like sometimes you'll have your support go to ward and they'll be waiting for him to kill him. So I was showing my presence to intimidate anyone that wants to engage on my support because they'll have to deal with me. They can't just get a free kill off a Vigor. Looks like I'm checking out their builds right now. Usually when I have that tab up, I'm just looking and seeing, okay, who's the major threat here. And from the looks of it, it looks like they have a lot of damage, not very tanky. So we really gotta make sure we cover our carries and that they can outlast. Try getting control of Dragon here. We're contesting it. Looks like we're successful. We take that Dragon. I try to scare them back even further. Oh, I see what's going on here. I remember one of my teammates was talking about we should have took the Dragon and we backed off. And I felt like that's what we did do, but no, that's not what happened. We should not have engaged after here. We were at an advantage and we should just backed off at this point. So I agree with my teammate. That was my bad. I don't know why I go back here. For some reason, I think Elise is alone. So I move back in there. Obviously, the result is it gets me killed. So yeah, that was bad play on my part. So 5 major mistakes this game. As you see, 5 mistakes, 5 deaths. So there's a consistency there. Death equals mistake. Oh, so yeah, I think it was Cassiopeia. She's doing that. She's probably the one that says it. Like we should have took Dragon and back. Yeah, we should have. Like looking back at this replay, that was a free Dragon. Like got it, spend our money, you know, reset. No chase. I was under the illusion of something J4. My tab came up. No. J4, you shouldn't be chasing them. It was free. Yep, it was Cassiopeia, so that. And I'm rebuttaling saying, I didn't chase, I was just intimidating them. But no, I did chase. Looking at it, I went too far. They were already scared. They were already running. There was no need to go any further. That's one of the advantages of recording your games is you can look back and you can see what you did wrong, and you know, if you get a little argument with your teammate, you can see like what they're talking about. It's pretty important when it comes to learning and correcting your errors and whatnot, and just, you know, staying vigilant and making sure you don't make as many mistakes.
I stand ready.
So I'm heading mid, going directly for my marksman. Like that's where she goes, I go basically. I take note that Tristana is getting AD stuff, so she is trying to act as a double ADC towards the late game. That's some support. It looks like J4 cashes Tristana. She disengages with her ult. I'm not sure why I'm all the way up here. Yeah, we get the kill, that's great, but no one's covering my marksman yet. I think it's in the process of this game that I realized that if we really want to win this game, we have to peel for the marksman. Like, I'm saying it's so important to peel, so important to peel and stuff like that, because I learned the lesson and I'm doing it. Or I do it now, or I have been doing it like in later games. But I think in this game, because sometimes it's good to have like your bruisers to go in and kill somebody. Like sometimes it's a better play. But this is one of those games we need to kill our Caitlyn, keep our Caitlyn alive. And Cassiopeia's opponent, Cassiopeia, yeah, I'm pronouncing it right, I think. Cassiopeia is telling us we can't leave Kate. So. Oh, you know what? I think it's because Cassiopeia's comment here, and Caitlyn saying, why aren't you peeling for me? I think that's when I'd start to do extreme peeling mode. I'm like, alright, let me... Oh, that's what my logic was, that's right. The reason I engaged with Jarvan there is because I was trying to kill Rengar, because he was one of the people that kept killing Caitlyn. So, inevitably, I was trying to peel for her by killing the person that would kill her. But Zed and Elise both can kill her too, so it still didn't work out.
Be bold. Be just.
That double fire cave is so beautiful. We are chasing again, and Caitlin's just telling us to back off. I chased with Jarvan here because I feel like it would have been an easy kill. And now I'm telling him to back up, like, okay, there's no reason to chase that much. But I did feel like we could have caught her and killed her, but obviously not. She got away.
I'm coming.
And I tell my team too, like I thought we could have got her, but it didn't work out. It was one of those judgment call things. I didn't remember to move my mouse. My screen keeps going black. So getting Caitlyn red, well, it's sounding really close to that red buff. My fire cake could have probably killed it. Learning experience. So Vigor's leaving a good amount of wards. So that's cool. So he is doing his job with setting up key wards and key locations. I feel like we're overextending here, but it looks like we want to push, so we're trying to get everyone's attention. Or Caitlyn is. Notice I'm on top of Caitlyn. Like literally, I'm like right next to her. Like I am taking my peeling job seriously right now.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, ouch. I'm telling everyone to peel Kate now, emphasizing the importance. We are like 10 kills deaths behind. 10 kills, 18 to 28. Ouch. Oh, that didn't hurt that much. What am I saying ouch for? Ooh, that hurt. Varus is doing good at getting some damage. Still on Kate this whole time, like literally. I'm just following Kate around. I think this is where it starts to get serious. Like I start to do extreme peeling now. Like, I'm following her like everywhere. I think she even gets mad at me later, like, why the hell are you following me? So pretty much, it looks like we're succeeding at defending this tower because they're not pushing it, they're not bothering. We're killing those waves. One of the things I always say late game, like if we're behind, is focus minions, because you want to force them to take tower hits if they want the tower. Like that's so important. That's one of the legit ways to stall the game out so you catch up. And so, sometimes my teammates will think it's hopeless, but no, it's not. I pulled it off many times, where you just focus the creeps, you keep the towers alive, and you'll catch up.
Our courage must never waver.
And right here, I'm telling Veigar, save the stun for the assassin. It says I can't spell assassin for some reason. That's still probably spelled wrong. But yeah, like Veigar likes to initiate with those the Event Horizon, that AoE stun. But for this particular game, it's so important to peel that it'll be more effective to save it for Caitlyn and for our APC to keep them alive. Here, still standing right there goes Veigar initiating. You see, if I engaged that, if I moved in, it would have left Caitlyn open. And here, I am following Caitlyn. Like, she got really far away, so she still got killed. I couldn't do anything about it, but I was right on the people that were going after her, like immediately. Trying to get their attention on me. They're trying to get my APC. And right here, Veigar's trying to surrender. And I'm telling Veigar again, like, dude, save the stun. Like, I'm trying to be calm and whatnot. Like, I don't think I was specifically mad, but it was like, bro, come on, bro. I'm telling you, save it for the... Because if he did save that stun, if he saved the stun, he could have stunned that Elise and that, who was chasing her? It's Zed, I think. And Caitlyn might have survived. I go in to deal some damage, basically. I know I'm not gonna get Baron, but I'm hoping I can get a kill in. Ouch, and that ult lands. Unfortunately, that was a bad mistake on my part. It got me killed. So my judgment call was to, and that's another thing about making mistakes like that, is it hurts your team's morale too. Like Caitlyn's more upset right now because I died there. But I was hoping to get a kill or two to stop, to at least defuse Baron and get out. But unfortunately, Varus's ult did land. I wasn't able to escape, so it was, I wouldn't say, it kind of wasn't really a bad call per se, but because I could have potentially got the kill and stuff. It was very possible and got away. But unfortunately, I did not dodge that Varus ult, so I got caught. I died. I mean, looking back at it now, like I might have got out. Cassiopeia thinks we can't do anything. I still see strats legitly in my head, like to survive, like that one I mentioned, just kill all the creeps and whatnot. But and for comments like that, we are just going to get picked off. Don't get picked off. Don't overextend. You know, make sure you're with your team. So if they jump on you, your team can take advantage of it and try to either peel or kill the person jumping on whoever's being jumped on. And right here, I'm telling him, telling her we are peeling. She thinks I didn't peel. And looking back at that fight, yeah, I did everything I could to peel, but they were on top of her. The distance got picked up by a lot. And yeah, I'm pretty much telling her, yeah, I was on here the whole time. I was, but she still got killed. So here, notice I'm not moving on Elise. I'm sticking to Caitlyn the whole time, waiting for someone else to jump on top of her so I can peel them off. So it's like we're split defending right now because we have multiple towers to take care of. They're successfully dealing a ton of damage to this tower.
We fight for those who
And I don't know why Rengar's staying there. I guess he didn't expect us to engage. This was a little bit scary. In fact, Jarvan did die there. I stayed back to peel for Caitlyn. I could have ulted Rengar sooner, so I remember thinking like, oh crap, I should have ulted real quick so Jarvan would have survived that. But I prioritized Caitlyn.
fear not. I'm coming.
But oh, wait, I emphasized on Cassiopeia. Yeah, I was on. At the same time, I feel no, that was a good call. Going for that Rengar, he was kind of out of position, but I don't know. It's working out in our favor so far. That was one of the tougher calls, I would say. It wasn't so black and white. Like, yeah, it's important to peel, but he was caught out of place. So I feel personally I should have ran up real quick, ulted him, and then backed off because G4 probably would have survived that situation, and then got right back on Caitlyn. But I was like so determined to peel for Caitlyn that I was sticking on Caitlyn the whole time. But yeah, I think I should have ulted him real quick. And yeah, she deals tons of damage, and that range. They're having a hard time at this point, I would say, dealing with Caitlyn. And I'm still on top of Caitlyn. I'm waiting for my Perseverance to hit up. And right here, I forgot that I'm so low that I didn't expect Rengar to change targets. I was so focused on Rengar is gonna kill my ADC, so I wasn't even thinking that he would go for me. But then, my reality check, you're low, you're gonna get killed, basically. Caitlyn finally goes down. Not sure what I built next. Oh, I'm gonna go for Omens to slow down their Zed and their Rengar, so they have an even harder time killing my Caitlyn. That's what my logic was. So we're steadily catching up. It looks like we're still behind by about 10 kills, it seems, but we hurt. We're in a position where we can actually deal with them and whatnot. So we're still hanging in there. More water, yay! For the dry throat. I've been talking so much that my throat's just ridiculously dry right now. I thought about cutting out a lot of this video and whatnot kind of thing, but I just thought it was so interesting that I decided to keep everything. Like, because of the internet situation here, because I'm sharing internet now, I don't have my own internet. So I was kind of thinking like, well, 10 minutes. I'll probably make every episode 10 minutes or something like that. But the thing is, like, yeah, I share the internet, but not everyone's on it all the time, and the internet here is really freaking fast, so I'm thinking I could probably upload faster. So we'll see. I'm testing it right now, or I'm going to be testing it when I do upload this to see if it does upload pretty fast, in which case I might still keep long episodes. But if it does take too long or it causes drama or something, I'll probably try to limit the episodes and pick the more important things, basically. Once again, I'm peeling for Caitlyn. Elise jumps on it, but I'm like, no, that's not happening. And I try to get them from my lesson when Jarvan died. Like, I didn't waste any time. I wanted to execute that all as soon as possible because I didn't want my team to take any more damage. Rengar on top of my Caitlyn. I'm trying to peel again, take him out, take him down, move back onto Caitlyn. Well, I tried to. I'm too slow because of the Varus ult. So I believe their Zed's still up. And it's still a threat to Caitlyn, so I'm sticking on top of her. Still down 10 kills, it looks like. I'm following wherever you go, like Lucky Charms! Haha! Yeah, I could go for some Lucky Charms right now. That sounds good. I see Zed, middle. Vigor a little bit too far ahead. Caitlyn telling him to back off. Oh yeah, I think this comes up. She's gonna start to get mad at me. Because, like, I don't want her to get caught out by herself and then just burst her and kill her. So I'm literally still following her around. I see Jarvan over here, and so I go to cover him just in case they want to keep chasing. Sometimes your sheer presence will intimidate the player and make them not chase anymore. That's why it's important to show yourself where you can, so they know you're there. And it's like they know it's like football basically. You have your quarterback in the back, you know, getting ready to throw. You need your I don't even remember the terminology for football. But whatever guy goes in front to protect the quarterback, basically, like you need that guy there, so they know they have to get through you to get to your quarterback. Like everyone watching this, I don't even play football. What the heck, man? Stay to league, stick to league.
Stand ready.
I don't really follow football too much myself. I just know a little bit of the terminology. I'm from high school and seeing the game every now and then. Like, League for me is a Super Bowl, and I'm a little bit sad that I didn't. Yeah, Caitlyn's racing at me. Go, oh my FNG, leave me, leave me. And so I finally leave her alone. She's recalling, but I didn't really get to watch the championships because I forgot I was so busy and whatnot. But League of Legends would be my Super Bowl. Like, I don't really watch the Super Bowl, but if I could get on a big screen TV with some friends, I would. Like, just sit down and watch the season finales. That would be sick. Why are you just doing nothing but sitting on me? And I'm like, I'm peeling, and she's like, infants. And yeah, now I'm justifying. I'm telling her like I didn't want her to catch along because I've seen that like I like in certain roles I'll war like their whole jungle or whatever, like if I'm playing support, and then my teammates will go and assassinate like their APC or ADC that's just caught out there by themselves. Like, so I'm kind of thinking what I do and like countering it basically. Like, what would give me a hard time, and having that Garen sit by the ADC would make it pretty hard to assassinate her.
Our deeds shape the future.
And Caitlyn is just stressing out. I mean, I don't know if she's all capping on purpose, but when I see the all caps, I feel like they're about to have a heart attack. And I'm like, whoa, relax, bro. And when I say that, I'm not trying to be condescending or hurt their feelings or like, man, shut the hell up. Like, I seriously mean, like, calm down, relax. Like, I don't want you to have a heart attack here. I need you to play. I need you to focus, you know? So, but yeah, she's just being toxic right now. I don't know if I reported her or not. It depends on the level of toxicity. Like, this level, like, it's kind of bad, but I don't know if it's, like, I know she's under a lot of stress, so I'm not like, I might have not felt like, okay, I'm gonna bash, whatever, or report her, but yeah, typically I try to report toxic behavior because, like, honestly, like, you need to calm down. But and yeah, like, one of the things they tell you to do in Summoner's Code, or was it Summoner's Code or something, they want you to actively try to disengage, and I try to do it all the time. So as you can see, I am telling her, hey, calm down, stop bashing the team. It's not helping, because I want anyone that's reading the report to know that I did attempt to get her to calm down. It wasn't just, man, she made me mad, I did nothing, I'm gonna report her. No, I'm telling her, dude, calm down, calm down, calm down. And then if they don't, then it's like, okay, oh, we tried, but she still didn't want to calm down. She's being toxic.
Never forget why.
So I'm still on Caitlyn. Had one job, peel Caitlyn. That's what I'm doing. I'm just peeling right now, executing anyone who's on top of her. Like, that's the goal here. Looks like my omens is complete, so they're gonna have a lot harder time. They have 3 assassins between Elise and Rengar to jump on top of Caitlyn. So it's a lot. This is gonna be a lot of work to peel her.
Our courage must never waver.
Struggling to hold the game. one inhib down, and we're basically just chilling. I believe they have Baron? What are we waiting for? I don't remember. Nothing we can do until Baron. Yeah.
Forge onward.
So we're pretty much at this point waiting for Baron and Inhibitor to Baron run off, Inhibitor to come back on. I really don't like it when Caitlyn's do that, when they E towards the enemy, because like your E is an escape, and if you go towards the enemy, you have no escape anymore. So in fact, I remember whenever I played Caitlyn, I remember playing Caitlyn a while ago, and one of my higher elo friends immediately said, never E towards. Like he said it so sternly, or she, I don't remember if it was a guy or a girl, but whoever I was playing with said it so sternly, don't do that. And I'm like, all right, like I never do that anymore. And I have made that mistake where I'll E and it gets me killed. So yeah, I learned from the mistake too. So it was like even added emphasis. Wait, just wait for them. They are waiting in the bush. Yeah, that's important. You don't want to go out into the jungle and if 5 of them are dead, they instantly give one of your players. That just sucks. Never want to do that. Still standing right on top of my Caitlyn. So if she raffles to my Caitlyn, at least it ain't happening. Zed moves in. I shut him down with my Q so he can't chain combo. Support falls. I'm still on top of that Zed. My ult doesn't go off. He dies too fast, so that's good. Still on top of that Caitlyn. Whole time, just peeling. And Caitlyn gains all her life back from all the lifesteal.
Protect our land.
Still 10 kills behind. This game, like I remember it was pretty good, but dang, this is pretty good. Like this is why I hold on to the this is one of those reasons why I hold on to the very end. Like there's always a chance to win, no matter what. Especially at those lower elos, because people can make mistakes. The reason people are at these elos because they still make a significant level of mistakes. Basically, I make mistakes all the time, and you know I try not to. I try to be perfect. Like that's what I always try to do these days. That's what I've been trying to do, trying to get to platinum towards the end of the season. Is to be perfect in any way I can, and that's why I record these games so I can look back at mistakes and try to make myself more and more perfect. Like I don't want to make mistakes. Literally in my brain, I think, be perfect, be perfect. Like when I go to make a move, when I go to like cast a whimsy or something, I try to get the timing so perfect. I want to be perfect. When to execute, when to escape. Like I want to be flawless. And hopefully, if my team's doing bad, in my flawlessness, carry that momentum from my lane into all the other lanes. Like that's my goal. Like that's my way of carrying. No, like forget Naruto. My way of ninja. My way of carrying. Because like you have no control ultimately of what other people do. You can give them advice. You can make suggestions of what they might be doing wrong. You can call objectives and gameplays and stuff like that. But ultimately, the only person that you can be perfect with is yourself. Yes, it's a team game. Yes, every lane can feed. I recently had a game where I went 4-2 as Warwick, and everyone on my team was literally like 2-15, and I kept trying to encourage them and push them and like just trying to, you know, defuse any tension. But realistically, that's not a game you can win. Like I understand that, but like I tried my best to be perfect and to engage when I could, to get kills and to shut down their carries whenever I could. That's why I had those 4 kills. I kept trying to shut down their Pantheon, who was building up so much momentum. And I kept telling my team, we need to stop this momentum, we need to stop this momentum. But my team couldn't stop beating him. They just kept dying to him. It was crazy. I was just like, I don't know, like they just start wrapping their brains around how to not die to Pantheon, I guess, or something. And I don't know, it was really hard. Like I kept trying to explain to them, you know, stay back and all these different things. I'm sure you know the story. Everyone's experienced something like that, I'm sure. And it looks like we're wrapping up into another battle mid. I hate when I take those spiders. Like she just hit 4 of us with that spider there. Like that was like maximum damage output from her that was unnecessary. I'm on top of Caitlyn still. I tanked that webbing for her because I don't want her to get caught. I don't know what Veigar's doing. He's like overextending. Personally, I think he should be in the back and just waiting for them to try to jump on Caitlyn. Basically, like we are a wall right now, like a moving barn, and everything in our way is going to get trampled because Caitlyn's going to shoot everything, including the towers. So our squishies really just have to sit in the back. And by squishies, I just mean like Veigar. But where did Veigar go? Oh wow, he's down there. I don't know what he's doing. It's very cool that both our carries have a GA. That's going to give the assassins a lot harder time. But despite that, I'm still peeling for Caitlyn. I don't even want the GA to pop. Like, I'm just like, no, Caitlyn's staying alive. We are gonna win this game. We're gonna destroy you guys. Like that's like my mentality right now. Like we need to, you know, keep her alive. She's my damage. She's gonna damage everything. And these guys are just trying to figure out how to break in. Veigar almost getting caught there. He burns his flash to make sure they don't take advantage of that slow from Varus' E. I think it was his E. Yeah, it was his E, I think. And yeah, they're having a hard time. Zed, Rengar, at least they're trying to find an opening and catch our damage output, but they're just having a hard time. And the thing is, with this build, this Garen build, it's a ton of damage. Like they're all squishy. I can still kill them, so I'm still a threat. But Caitlyn's a really big threat right now because she does so much damage. As you see that moving barn, making sure not to dive here because we don't want them to. We don't want to take the tower hits to give them any kind of advantage here. Still 10 kills behind, but we're just staying solid here, staying focused, keeping a close knit, covering our APCs or our carries. This is the art of peeling. This is how you peel. Stay on top of your marksman and APC. And here we go. They can't do anything. We have a big niche shield, and we're just pushing this tower down. Now we're into their base. Veigar gets caught again, and there's that Rengar. Looks found an opening, but it's not enough. He wasn't able to burst her down. He goes down. I'm back on Caitlyn. And there goes another assassination, or an attempt. Elise jumps on top of Caitlyn to no avail. There goes the second assassin. Now the third assassin goes in. GA is popped. And because I'm on top of Zed, I know Zed can't get Caitlyn. Caitlyn can solo the rest of their team members, so I'm sticking on Zed right now. As long as Zed is focused on me, he's not going to go for Caitlyn. And Caitlyn lands that all he dies. Great game for my team. We played together, we did that peel, that extreme peel, and we pushed forward, getting us a nice win. I'm calling this video extreme peeling because that's what it was. Like that was the goal of this game, was just to peel off of our carries. We pulled it off. Now we're working on Nexus. Great game. Hope you enjoyed this game, adventurer. Until next time.
Victory!